Welcome back, everybody, to the SaltyyShow, and welcome back to our Total War Rome 2 campaign as the amazing Palmyra Empire, episode 17. I hope you guys are doing well today, and if you are, like and subscribe as always, and welcome to the new year, everyone, of 2025. I really hope you all had an awesome holidays and a awesome new year, as well as I did. I am now a married man, I am a husband, and I am ready to continue the channel where we left off. I do hope you enjoyed the series over December, where we are going to get into some new things. In fact, this is the only campaign that I'll be carrying into the new year, as we are making really good progress. I'm having a blast, and I think you guys are too, so I'm going to continue doing what I enjoy, which is definitely this campaign, other than the agent spam that we're dealing with currently and in the last episode. So welcome back. It's going to be a bit of a video shock, I'm sure, for everyone, but we are here once more in the Middle East trying to carve out our own empire. We've done a good job so far, only losing one of our achievements, which was total victory in the entire campaign without losing a single battle, but I am hoping to knock out the other two, where we can lose only one. That is a far stretch, as we have a lot more of this campaign to go, and I'm trying to remember everything we've done. Do let me know if I sound different or if I sound too far, too quiet. I am recording with a standing desk now, or well, a converter. I got it for Christmas from my amazing wife, and I'm enjoying being able to stand at my little home hobby the same way I do as my current job. So without further ado, that's kind of a catch-up of where I am, and I hope you guys are well. Let me know in the comments below what you get for Christmas. Anything cool? What are you looking forward to? And things like that. Without further ado, we do have a couple things to knock out before we end the turn. Our general here needs to move to Dura Europus. We want him to defend it. We are dealing Palmyra and our glorious, the Guardians of Hatra, are suffering from the shadows of the east. They do have some lingering armies as well in the region, so I'm very hesitant on moving them anywhere that none of them can reach. They can reach Zenobia. I think I called her Palmyra. That's hilarious. They can hit Zenobia, but we are going to grab her some two. Do we want two pikes? Because this is a time where we can ask that question. I think two pikes is fine. We need perhaps another cohort unit. 149 versus 110. Yeah, let's grab another strong spear unit. Well, on second thought, maybe not. Do we double down? Yeah, no, what? Actually, I think the three pikes is a pretty good mix of units there. The Guardians are suffering some extensive plague issues, unfortunately. While you're here, you're gonna grab all the archers that you need. They're not at risk of being attacked, so we're gonna get rid of our slingers, as the archers are overall better. Now these units should all be able to reinforce. Not super worried. They have a lot of horse jabs, so we'll have to be careful. Over here, we're sitting okay. I think we need to continue, yeah, probably need to continue bolstering this group. And that is all the cash that we're going to have. Meanwhile, in our Egyptian or our Libyan border, we do have a solid little garrison wall. Fingers crossed, if attacked, they can reinforce each other, as we are on a precarious terms with the Numidian kingdom.
Welcome, worthy friend.
Oh!
We can settle on terms, and I can return to the Senate, sure that we have done good work today.
How delightful. That actually really helps us. We have established a non-aggression pact with Numidia. I'm now more concerned with Galatia. How interesting. I did not expect to pull that off the rip there. You know, with a non-aggression pact established, we might have time to redistribute our armies here into something more coherent, because this was established in a very hasty fashion. A very hasty fashion indeed. Crispus here is a little bit morale research. He's a level 2 general. He gives public order problems though. And he's a little... Timogenes has been the governor down here for a while. He owns the Legion of Septimus too. For now, I'm a bit more confident on the defense of Libya. So we're going to reduce these garrison numbers. That one's off by 1. Whoops. Should have paid attention there. Let's see what our... Let's see what our finances look like. Well, no, it'll be good for us to... Let's go give you the pikemen. And then we're going to disband this army. That gives you a sizable little garrison in the Libyan province, which is really good. And hopefully that means they can hold a little better too. The Nile is safe currently. Egypt is no longer at threat thanks to our valuable allies of Saudi Arabia. Not Saudi Arabia. That country is far from existing, and I do apologize. But we are at an end turn, I believe. Finally, let us see what the enemy does. I do believe I'm probably actually going to keep this in since it's so new. Well, son of a gun.
Has awoken the might and anger of Rome.
We just got a non-aggression pact with you. Well, thankfully we only got rid of archers and a general unit that we can get back. That is unfortunate, but we have economic intent. Our dominion grows. We need to fill our coffers indeed. Definitely we are doing a good bit of trading now, but I still think agriculture is going to be better. Yeah, new disease outbreaks. We are being heavily attacked.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we're being hit hard by the plague due to the enemies. Numidia brokered peace with the Garamantians.
Welcome, I suppose. No,
we might be able to do
sit.
the same.
That is for Romans and friends. You, for now, will stand.
If we can establish trade, that would cement. Okay, it's not gonna work though. Okay.
The gods.
We've managed to subdue their interests. And most of our friends are still at war with them. Yeah. So we shall maintain our western garrison here for sure, as we have far less visibility at Ammonium than we do at Peritonian. Even though Peritonian has a weaker garrison. You guys can definitely do more damage or hold on stronger down there in the south. Fingers crossed, Imperator. Okay, they forced march their 12 stack. Edessa will fall.
Ready for order. You will march till your
Thankfully, they cannot do anything there.
We hunger for battle. Get moving, you wretches.
Now, granted, you could go a long way.
How can I help?
We have eyes over all of these territories, these trade lanes, or mountain passes. Hey man, these agents are proving to be the a prime issue though. And we're a bit at a standstill. I have faith in the warriors of Valbus here. They can hold Edessa. We don't need to lose the Legion of Alat. Man, these forces are suffering, and they're suffering hard, unfortunately.
For the people.
These agents are really strong, too. I think we need to press the advantage, though.
As you request.
That Legion's fine to hold. This Legion will be fine there for now. These Legions are safe. They cannot hit. They do have some immortal infantry in that army. Duly noted, but not too big of a threat.
I am listening.
Not big enough for us.
How can I serve? Setting forth.
Okay, yeah. So that does change things a little bit here. They've got a solid couple stacks that could easily, well, I say solid, they're not solid. That one is weak. That one's pretty weak too. But that is a third. And it could turn the tide. Most of these armies can hit
I live to serve Rome.
here as
Setting
well.
forth for Rome.
Once we deal with that rear incursion, fingers crossed, we'll be okay. Go ahead and disband these mercenaries. Recruit some really cheap units there. Man, this poor army is being decimated.
Ready for battle.
And Zenobia's army is about to feel the same pain. Unfortunately. Potentially.
At your command.
Speak. I'm listening.
The heroes among men.
Ready for battle.
I am listening. We hunger for battle.
We could move that force to try and intercept.
I'm listening.
As you request. I fight for the people.
The issues of warfare.
Commander.
Dura Europus needs defended. We have... Alright, we're at a 2% risk. It's cheaper to promote her. And there goes the risk. That's fine. That's dandy. We're still sitting at 57%. We have another legion to use, I believe. We have 2 more armies. 2 armies can be mustered. Alright. So you're safe for now over here in the west. Our forces over here are all that we have. You're gonna deal with that, Legion. Fingers crossed Galatia doesn't turn on us. We are not fit for battle there.
We are ready.
This army I'm fairly confident in could probably hold, thanks to the pikes and the fact that they don't have any ranged, it looks like.
I'm listening.
How may I say? Observing the enemy.
Start observing their forces there. Start observing forces there.
Ready for battle.
We're gonna gain a
Request.
backup stack there. Perfect. Once we deal with the Heroes Among Men stack, we should be okay to move this army at Armenia southwards.
I'm listening.
So I think we are safe to muster a new force in probably Dura Europus, honestly.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Let's station our forces.
Make haste, men. Look to the defenses.
Like so.
Advance! Look to the defenses!
So everyone's gonna come to the aid, and we might not trigger, but Lydia being there could assist.
As you request.
And that army is unfortunately just gonna continue suffering. We're gonna get bogged down by a lot of plague. So it's time we bring forth another army. Yeah.
We hunger for to it,
It
men.
will be cheaper that way.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
4 pikes is a solid start. Our spearmen are stronger on the defense. Alright, we can only get one anyway, so let's not waste our money there and get a cav unit instead.
Speak. I'm listening.
Meanwhile, these units are really struggling.
I fight for the people.
And Hatra doesn't even have a garrison to stand on. The outbreak is over,
I am listening.
Ready for
but who
orders.
knows how long that'll last. You're sitting pretty with 5 pikes, 4 spears, 5 archers. You could take a sizable contribution. We could also get some eastern pikes. They are a little cheaper. Upgrade Tarsus as well. I mean, commerce or wealth from all sources. I think wealth from all sources would be nice. And Thapsus as well. Syria is definitely the province that we're investing heavily in. So we need to deal with that stack. I'm tempted to try and move this army to deal with the Heroes Among Men, but I would not trust. I mean, really,
We are ready.
even.
For the people. Speak. I'm listening. We are ready. For the people.
Theoretically, they could try to go north, and we could cut them off.
Speak. I'm listening. For the people.
If they lay siege to the capital, it would be of no risk to us,
Ready for battle.
even if they assaulted it. So I think what we're gonna do is cut them off.
As you request.
We see where they're trying to go, I think. Now they could turn around, but we've cut off their advances. That's the best we're gonna do. Let's end the turn and find out. I love the amount of thinking I have to do with this campaign, because we're on a razor's edge, because we can't lose a single battle. God, this is a hell of an achievement to try and get. Unfortunately, Zenobia is definitely being targeted. Shoot. Okay, we did knock one of their agents out. That's good. If I had agents that could actually do any damage to the assassin, as I would be, I'd be utilizing them. Movement over there on the far right. Looks like they failed. So they are pressuring Gazaca. Most of their forces have moved eastwards. Andura Europus. Okay. Sibylline books. These are tough times, gripped by fear. What do we want? This is our third time doing this, I believe. I'm thinking stability above all else. An enemy has been wounded. And it's have stolen the taxes. Failed. Good. Raid. And 2 rank increases.
My skills are yours.
And let's go there, and he leveled up as well. Give him self-defense, considering he's actually... Alright. So this is where things get risky. The Lightbringers could theoretically swing far east and try to move to take Artaxa. I'm really hoping the AI is not smart enough to do that.
At your service.
And like stated, yeah, the east... Alright, the heroes among men have pulled back. Good. And they are threatening Dura Europers with the Bactrian force. Their capital still sits so preciously close to the front lines that I know we could try. It's not even their capital, but Ctesiphon in general. The assassin armies pose no significant threat at the moment. That's the only threat we face is the fact that we are being plagued by issues.
Commander,
So
ready for battle.
even with her reduced stature, I think Zenobia could easily...
Weak men are so easily.
Oh, we stole a little gold, I guess.
The queen is ready.
At your command.
No, this army is all but obliterated.
As you request. Hit the latrines.
You could try and take that.
We are ready.
Gazaca's really the only province or city that lays threatened at this time other than Hatra.
I am listening.
This army, though,
We are ready. Reinforce here and here.
this army sits to be completely devastated by famine. I think this is our only chance. We need to merge our forces. So that we have any semblance of an army. Alright, that left us with such a 10 stack. A 10 stack garrison. Jesus.
Request.
Ready for orders.
Ready for battle.
Well, she needs to stay stationed.
Ready for battle.
You could move south.
At your command.
Yeah, move
Next
south
command.
once more.
For the people.
At
They'll be able to link up. Hopefully the pestilence will wear off.
Ready for battle.
All of these forces could theoretically try to attack.
At your command.
Nabatea is coming, though.
We hunger for battle.
Fingers crossed they'll take them on. Alright, let's grab some cohorts.
Are you ready to serve Rome? Ready for orders.
4 is plenty.
We hunger for battle.
Let's try to rebuild where we can. 324.
I fight for the people.
At your command.
Hey, you could do with another
Are
cav.
you ready to serve Rome?
You're actually kind of on your own, so how about we not do that? A weakened 6 stack
Ready for orders.
with a lot of pikes. Could we do it? They have a lot of horse archers.
Ready for battle.
I'm not too sure, so we are going to move this army back.
Advance. Is that all?
And then grab the cav unit.
I am listening.
Zenobia is going to head here. Well, yeah, there.
Make yourselves at home.
Hatra lays open,
Ready
but with a plethora of reinforcements right outside her gates. And then, of course, this army and that one.
I am Rome's champion.
How may I serve you?
And of course, we have the underlying issue coming from here. I think this army would be fine. It also has a 6-stack garrison that is full health. So, 16 units total. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everybody. Numidia is extremely upset with us,
Speak your...
thanks to the war that they brought upon themselves. Are you still at war with the Gothi? You are. That is unfortunate.
Well met, friend.
Welcome.
I would love to make Lydia a client. And Galatia does have 2 new legions that we have to watch out for. Well, let's end the turn and see what happens. Man.
Horatius reborn.
Alright, buddy. Well, you can tell that wasn't one of our guys. Alright, they are continuing to target. They're targeting our new army. I'm about to look for agent deletion mods, I swear. The Assassins are playing to their strengths, though. They are playing to their strengths.
Come.
Alright, they're sending a new force.
This is note.
Everybody's gonna ask us to rejoin the war against Numidia. That's not gonna happen. A new outbreak in Hatra. Ooh, the Alani have gone to war with the Gothi. That is going to be a hell of a war to the north. More raids. So we reinstated the committances system. Let's go ahead and get that reorganized supply.
I'm listening.
Edessa doesn't have a garrison. That is a problem.
I live to serve Rome. For Rome, I would journey
Okay.
to the end.
Maine has secured that port once more. And yes, the Assassins are definitely pushing through Gazaka, and the enemy did do that. Damn.
At your command.
Alright, this stack here
Ready for
is fine. Ooh, they've got war elephants. I'm thinking it might be smart to stop them here. Can they go around, though? That army definitely could. We can handle these stacks at Phasia. Gazaka could not handle itself, though, on its own. Okay. Yeah, the Vigiles can handle this and this, along with the Slinger Support and the Garrison.
As you request.
This army needs to move north
Speak. I'm
to deal with this stack here.
listening. For the people.
Yeah, move to cut them off. God, but this is annoying.
we hunger for battle.
We need to send you back.
At your command.
Let's see, it's a 12 stack, 2 slingers. We have 5 arch. I'm thinking we move directly after them.
Ready for battle. To victory.
Hopefully drawing them into a battle.
At your command.
As you request.
This army's done with pestilence. This force is done. There is the Champions of Fire. The Champions of the Fire of Victory. What a name. Hmm. The more defense, the better.
As you request.
Hmm. And if we try... we could hit that army. There'd be no point.
Ready for battle.
That army needs new pikes. I love that all of these armies are just plagued. You need to move north to deal with that force. We must secure our supply line.
For the people.
4 slingers. 4 slingers. Lots of hillmen. 3 cav units.
As you request.
We match them pretty closely. Let us, just in case though, grab
Prepare yourselves. I may need a bigger fleet.
There we go. We'll grab 3 Vigiles and a extra Slinger unit. That will really shore up the defenses there. Fairly confident. They're in force march stance right now, so it doesn't look like they're gonna make it.
What do you wish of me? What do you wish of me?
Hmm.
At your command.
Ooh, they actually might be able to hit us. They are in force march, never mind. So you're gonna target them.
We hunger for battle. Commander. At your command.
We might be able to pressure the Nabateans into assisting us here. I would for sure
Ready for
help.
orders. For death and honor.
Ooh. And help it did. Let me see how this looks on the time scale, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first battle of the new year as we watch the amazing Nabatean general do what the AI generals do best and slowly, throw away his life. He won't do it as quickly as his camel spearman will, though. And in fact, this is the first time I get to look at Nabatean forces with the Arabian spearmen. And of course, we have our glorious Palmyrian force, looking magnificent as ever. It never gets old looking at how cool these guys look. Very lovely. So the game plan here is we're going to let our glorious allies soak up all the damage. His general is doing a great job of that right now as they move even closer for their range units to... And there he goes. So a quick and swift end, but thankfully we understand the way the AI works, considering this is not our first fort battle. Our ally is going to pivot into this choke point here. It doesn't matter how many men they throw in, they're going to pivot right into there. So what we're going to do is utilize the enemy AI to our advantage, and we are going to flank them and utilize the other two choke points. As the AIs clash, we get to see one brain cell against another. They do have their archer spearmen up front, or their archer cav up front, getting some easy kills. And we get to watch that battle with impunity. But while our forces are going to make the slow pivot to flank the enemy. The shadows really love to mess up there. As you can tell, our army is now getting into the fray, providing some really good missile support. And we are going to send our spearmen through this wall here and our cav through the very far gate to make sure the enemy range units have nowhere to go. As you can see, they're trying to pull out now. The quicker we end this battle, the better. We do need to minimize the amount of losses we're taking from... Oh, poor buddy. My co-host slipped on... Oh, it's a big stretch. He just woke up, apparently. But we have infiltrated the gates, and we are now engaging their ranged units with horse and foot alike. While our brave AI companions take up this side as well. But we are going to get involved here just a little bit. As you can see, our brave warriors crashing through the shields of the enemy. Ooh, a good slash there. Thankfully, we're breaking them quickly. While our horses are primarily shock cav, that's still much better than ranged cav, allowing us to infiltrate the rear line of the camp, desecrate anything that remains of it, and to get through the enemy in the rear, chasing down, as best we can anyways, what range they have left. As you can see, our pikes as well have made it to the battlefield, and they're going to start doing a real number to the enemy front line. This is probably as close as we're ever going to get to sharing the battlefield with our allies. As you can see, though, with the general dead, the camp has been infiltrated from all sides. The enemy has initiated a mass rout, and now it is time for the slaughter, as we want to make sure that this army is done for. And that is how you do it. Back in action, as I'd say, with a decisive victory, and our allies only suffering the loss of their general, which was to be expected. Alright, and we will be freeing them, as that is the most money that we can collect. They have ran across the river, but we are safe once again. That army poses no real threat.
We hunger for battle.
This is a bunch of Persian levies with a lot of javelins. Neither of them can make it. So I think this army's gonna go back across the river.
At once.
Maybe not.
We hunger for battle.
They're fine.
I fight for the
For
people.
the people.
Let's try and
Ready for battle.
get some semblance of an army going somewhere.
As you request.
Zenobia's legion's gonna tank. You have 2 cav, that is plenty.
I may need a bigger fleet.
5 pikes will do it. We need those archers back, and we need them back stat. Everything else is okay, I believe. I'm really hoping they attack us. I really am.
We
If they hit Edessa, though. Will Edessa hold? 1 armored swordsman, 1 hillman, and 1 skirmisher versus mainly hillmen and easterns, but they've 2 slingers.
ready for battle.
Will that be enough to turn the tide? We could recruit a general there.
We're ready.
Ready for orders.
We don't need one over there. We don't need one here. It's just going to get
Ready for battle.
decimated, basically. Could definitely recruit. Theoretically, though, they're in force march. They're gonna be able to hit there. They are not gonna be able to hit these 2 regions, so that is too much of a hilly terrain. I think they're all Greek families, which is the one we want, actually. Good. Well, one's Latin, but we don't want Latin. You're needed much more. Let's go for the cheapest option, as I think the Palace Guard will do just fine holding Edessa with the little army they have, unless there are some mercenaries. Okay, there's a shit ton of mercenaries that they could get.
At your command.
Do we want to beat them to it?
Ready for battle.
I think we almost have to. The cataphract is no concern. Yeah, the horses are no concern. These guys are, though. In fact,
We hunger for battle.
I think they size up
At
pretty
your
well.
command.
You guys definitely wouldn't. There.
We hunger for battle.
It's expensive, but it keeps them at bay, you know?
Prepare yourselves.
Alright, and 2 of them and 1 vigilante will have to do.
We hunger for battle. You have further orders? At your command. Ready for battle.
Let's go ahead, and I think
Ready for battle.
let's move this army.
At your command.
I mean, there's mercenaries everywhere, unfortunately.
At your command.
They won't be able to make it anyways, though.
We hunger for battle. Commander. Commander.
Neither of these armies are too big of a risk. They could hit Hatra. They could hit... They cannot hit. They're gonna go north, I think. It looks like the AI is trying to funnel this way through a little gap we have,
Ready for battle.
which is smart on their part. Very smart.
The queen is ready.
I think we need to move this army over here.
March.
Something needs done.
Waiting for
All right,
your orders.
let's get one more intern in there. And hope I didn't forget anything. That's like the biggest issue with this campaign is forgetting things. Shoo-wee.
We implore you.
That's definitely not gonna happen, but you guys are fighting the good fight. Alright, so stability, 5 banditry, and okay. But plus 8 public order. Minus 6 wealth from all sources. Stability. Plus 5 banditry. Fulfill the prophecy. A new outbreak in Hatra. That will have to do. That will have to do.
What do you wish of me?
Alright, so they've pulled their army back. Jeez. Okay, they are suffering attrition, though, thanks to the amount of spies and agents that we have in this region. Good. Or at least the Median forces are. The Sassanids are not, of course, because it's not their land. Ooh, but Maine is coming north. And the Sassanids have poured.
Ready for battle.
Lord have mercy, they are ruining our legions.
We hunger for battle. We hunger for battle.
They can strike 2 cities.
Ready for orders. Get moving, you wretches. At your command. Ready for battle. Faster, damn you all.
God, we need to corner them.
Commander.
Somehow we need to corner them. But that somehow will have to wait, I believe, for the next episode. As that is where I'm going to call today's video, everyone. We are still struggling. We are in a hell of a boiling pot of a situation. Thankfully, our southern border is still safe. Maine is actually doing a hell of a job taking some of the pressure off of us with their consistent war against the media and the Sassanids, poised to actually take Ctesiphon potentially, which is really good to see. Unfortunately, though, our troubles are not over yet, as the East is a boiling pot of destruction and death, it looks like, as the legions of Armenia and the garrison forces of Malakabul and Balshaman need to figure out what they're going to do, because Zenobia has been bogged down with endless plague. But if you enjoyed today's episode and today's battles, like and subscribe as always, and I hope you're excited for the continued glorious campaigns and adventures on the SaltyyShow. Without further ado, though, I've been your host, Saltyy, and my co-host, Winston, which he has been generously napping next to me for this whole session. We will catch you all in the next one. Till then, though, peace out, everyone.